Planners and bullet journals, art projects organized, planner chic.
Well, hello, Planner Babes, and welcome to Organized Planner Chic. I'm Lucinda, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so and select the bell for notifications. I publish 1 to 2 recorded videos per week on planning, junk journaling, craft room organization, and related shopping hauls. I also post an additional live video most weeks. And I want to thank all my Patreon members who help make it possible to create videos like this. Well, thank you guys so much, and if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, just go to patreon.com/organizedplannerchic. Okay, Planner Babes, let's get started with my main planners that I will be using for 2022. And let's start with the wallet. All right, you guys, this is a traveler's notebook and there is a story behind it. Now, I ordered this from Amazon and I'm vegan if you weren't aware, if you haven't followed my channel. If you do, then you know that I'm vegan, but I don't judge anyone. That is the choice that I made. I actually never shared how I started being vegan, but it's because I developed an inability to process meat, which I can tell you guys about that in another video if you're interested, or you can message me or email me and I can tell you about that. And so I normally don't have anything that is leather, but what happened is I was late at night ordering my products for 2022 and was looking for faux leather and that kind of thing and totally missed it. I think I was just half asleep that this one was not faux leather. And I already ordered it. It was already delivered. It was very, very inexpensive, which I'm going to put all of the prices for all of the options here across the screen for you guys. And I will be linking all of the products in the description below as well. But it was really, really inexpensive, already shipped here. And so what I decided to do was just keep it for a couple of reasons. So if you're vegan and you want to judge me, I understand, but this was my reasoning, is because it's already here. I've already published it. I'm not saving any animals, if that's the motivation for being vegan, which I have a few of those different motivations. And so I can't do anything about that. It already has been shipped, so the expense on and the impact on the environment has already happened. If I ship it back, I am just adding to that yet again. I could give it away, but I don't have anyone really in my immediate circle that is a planner like me, not to the degree that I am. All of my people who are live out of town and most of them out of state. And so I decided it would just be best all around for me to keep it. And so I am going to do that. I do know that there are some other planner gals who are vegan who have leather traveler's notebooks for different reasons, but they don't eat meat at all. So I thought I'd explain that. If that was irritating, I'll have a note across the screen that says you can skip this part if you rather just see my planner. So, but I wanted to explain that because I want to, my integrity matters to me. So it is very beautiful and it is very simple. So it just has this little cover like that, which is very pretty. It is well made. It has all of the little eyelets on there, the grommets very well, and this is really just very pretty. I mean, and the leather is very nice, and I can see that it will patina and mark up, which it already is some, and it looks really good. That it's just been made very, very well. It is very tight, I will say that. I had to remove one of the inserts that I had in my traveler's notebook wallet that I made myself, which I'll put that iCard for that video across the screen for you guys. And the way that they have it, it's just got 2 holes and they've got all those different elastics or the 1 or 2 elastics all wrapped around in different ways. There is one, I think, added in there that I had. But it is very well made and it has nice quality elastic, nice little endpoints. I mean, it is very, very good quality and it was so inexpensive. And now there's no pockets or anything. There's no pockets on the front. There's no pockets in the inside, but that's okay because I have lots of craft folders that I make, you guys know, and I've got multiple inserts. It did come with 4 inserts, and there was this is one of them that's in the back. It was a grid one, a lined one, and a blank one. And was there another one? Maybe it's just 3. I think it was lined, blank, and grid. Yeah, I think that's right. And then, so I just switched it out. I just went through. They was very tight to get them to slide in there, but I was able to put all but one of my inserts in there. So here in the very front is always my IDs. And I made this craft folder and I've shared it in different videos. And I think the Cozy Up still works for the beginning of the year, but I will be making new craft folders for the new year. And then this has all of my cards, you know, ways to pay for things are all in here. And then this came also with a craft folder. Now when it came, and it's well made, it had the punch points, but they were just perforated, like I had to punch them through. I don't know why they didn't do that, but you know, it was inexpensive, so that's probably some of what you get in those situations. So I punched those out, and then they had it here on the other side as well, and I punched those out, so that was good. And then this is my bullet journal for the weekly, the future log, the monthly pages, the weekly pages, and all of that. Like this is the current week. Getting ready for the new year, y'all. And then my collections are normally in the back in two different inserts. My tracking and goals and all of that stuff, but I couldn't fit it. But I had been deciding here recently that I just kind of had too much in there and across the two. And I wanted to simplify it a little bit. I still want to mostly track those things, but there's a couple of things that I can kind of combine, and so that will kind of force me to do that. So I could have picked any of the inserts that came with it to go in here, the blank, the lined, or this one, and I just decided to, for now, to put this one because I don't know what I'm going to do exactly by the time I finish getting set up for the new year, which I will do a video for all of my setup, and I think it'll be really nice. Okay, now this faux leather one is another one that I ordered from Amazon, and I'm going to be using this one primarily for regular journaling because I junk journal a lot and I bullet journal every day, but I don't do regular journaling every day, but I do sometimes. And when I do it, you know, is when I'm gonna write quite a bit or write and then do some collage and stuff, but I'm not doing really an artistic necessarily spread, more of a reflection of memories or my feelings or maybe something major that's happened or something that I'm toying with, struggling with, that sort of thing. And so I definitely wanted it to be something that would be durable because my dad has Parkinson's and I'm starting to go to Oklahoma about every other month to help my mom and just be there with him and spend time with him. You guys pray for me. I'm hoping that he will agree for he and my mom, she's already open to it, to move out here in Arizona. But yeah, so I thought this would be really good. Plus, I've never really had one that had that real soft faux leather look. I tend to make my traveler's notebooks or I buy the ones that don't have that kind of look, you know, like Webster's Pages and so forth, this sort of, you know, handbag type look. And so this worked out really perfectly. Again, very inexpensive. I'll put the price across there. I'm not really sure why there's this kind of top bead here, but not one down here, but that's okay. It's got the grommet. It's another one. It's kind of the similar style, and it's another one that's very tight. And like the elastic, for you to remove it, you have to cut off the metal pieces, and it's just like one piece that goes through the entire thing and all the inserts. It's just really weird. It does have one extra piece like the other one as well, but it's only 2 holes. And of course you could add holes. I've done that many times on different travelers notebooks. And so it has this really cute piece that looked very nice in the photo of this little airplane, but it's not hanging right in here where you would want it to. And again, I'd have to take the whole thing apart, the elastic and all that out, and cut it and all that stuff, which is no big deal. I can do that, but you know, I just don't know why it wasn't set up like that from the beginning, but it is cute. And again, very inexpensive. And so it came with line pages. So basically this is what the line pages looked like in the other traveler's notebook, the pink one, the wallet or pocket size. And then it comes with this blank spread or sets insert, and then it has this, which this was not in the wallet size or pocket size one. So it's got the 2, a big pocket, small pocket there, And same thing on the other side, and then a little zipper compartment. And then it's got a craft paper insert, which is really nice. And so, yeah. Now, I did not notice that until right now. This like marked and worn. I don't know what that is. But yeah, look at that. But you know what? It's so inexpensive. I could really complain about this, but I'm not going to, and I don't want to send it back. And so see, this is how it is through the inside. So you don't really have a second elastic the way it's set up. You just got to take it apart and do it like you want to. Just replace the elastic, which is not a big deal. I can always do that. But this should, really work for the intended purposes. I think it's very durable, very strong. It should last, probably forever. And yeah. Okay, now this one I'm going to be using for my Bible study. I have been reading the Bible again in chronological order, and then for the next 3 years, I'm going to be breaking all of that down, including the Apocrypha, into in-depth study for 3 years. And so I'm definitely going to use this for the first year. Now, I also got this from Amazon, and let me tell you, it's not what I expected. It was probably the most disappointing order, but I'm working with it. So it's glittery, and I just had the wrong impression about it. It didn't look all shiny and textured like it looks here on the link. I thought it was where the glitter was inside and there was like some sort of clear topping, a clear cover that protected, and that you wouldn't actually feel glitter, but that is not what it is. It says that it's matte. And I don't even know if that's the description that I would give. It just felt like 1,000 pieces of glitter, like you could feel every single individual one. And the glitter was coming off. Now, it wasn't coming off like crazy, but little pieces were just flicking off as I opened it. And so I thought about returning it, and then I was like, no, because I'm just probably going to get another of the same thing because I really did like the way it looked. So what I did is I just immediately took out my Mod Podge, and I took out the elastic in here, the one that goes across, and then I just raised them up and made sure that they didn't stick to the surface when they were drying. And so I just took my Mod Podge and did a really thick protective coating. I even went around the edge with the smaller brush and took care of that and let it dry, and nothing is coming off at all. So if you're open to that, or if you want an inexpensive product or project for a traveler's notebook, it's very inexpensive. So in that regard, it's worth it, even if you just want to try to see if you like traveler's notebooks and if you want to just work with something pink, which is what I really wanted to do. So now in the inside, I had some issues as well, but I like it. There are things about it that I like so much that I was like, I'm just going to keep it. So it's fine now that I've covered it with Mod Podge. But look, I mean, it's not a big deal, but see how this first insert, it just looks all worn. But I kind of like that old look to it, but I don't think it was intentional, okay? Because they don't all look like that. So, I just think that they just didn't pay attention, but I like that it comes with so much and it was so cheap for that. So, but there's another thing. So here is a really pretty blue color insert. It says Traveler's Notebook horizontal line. So this one is lined. And then this one says Traveler's Notebook grid. And then this one says Traveler's Notebook blank. And of course it is blank. And then this one is a craft folder, which I had to punch those in as well, like I did on the other one. But it's a good quality, nice, strong craft folder. So was the other one that I had. And then it's got this one with multiple credit card pockets. So, yeah, it's got the regular, no, actually, this is a big one right here. And then there's 3 right here and a zipper. And then the craft folder. And, of course, there's a pocket right here, which is nice. And then there's a pocket right there. So, it's just made like your typical Webster's Pages or any other faux leather traveler's notebook with the way the pockets and everything are lined up. It has the pen loop as well. So here is the issue. So let me show you some things. So look at this. So see how, can you see that? I hope you guys can see that these staples are rusted. What? Yes, the staples are rusted, and not only the staples, but the binding parts of the elastics. So see, so this is rusted, and then it rusted the paper. So this little metal piece is rusted, and then the paper behind it is rusted. Now come on, what's up with that? I will have to complain about that in the review. I just have to, because that's just not acceptable to me. I don't know how that happened, because nothing else is damaged. I don't know if maybe the elastics or the staple, wherever they store that, got wet. I have no idea, but I just feel like, I mean, I don't know, I wasn't there, but I feel like my impression is that somebody saw that they were rusted and just put it together anyway. So what I'm going to do is replace those staples. I'm just going to remove them and put real, not rusted staples in there. And then I'm either going to cut this elastic and then just tie it and burn the ends, or I'm going to try to use some oil and get the rust off, because they are like the perfect length right now, and if I cut them, then I have to tie them and it'll be tighter, but we'll see. But it was so cheap. I just it's kind of hard to complain when it's that cheap and you get all of this stuff in there, but still, that is not good. Rust is not healthy. So yeah. Okay, now this is a Webster's Pages that I've had for almost 3 years, and I've used it for different purposes, but I've been using it this past year to record different scriptures that I will want to pray for different purposes, and it's been really a blessing, and I want to continue to use it. It's already set up. I'm just going to keep using the inserts. I'm already almost finished with one of them, and so I did share this in great detail in terms of the setup and the decor in a previous video, but I am going to continue to use this insert. Now I need to update my index some, because I've written a lot of scriptures, but I've broken them up by different, like I said, purposes: adoration, repentance. Oh, I have 2 repentance categories. I just noticed that. Thankfulness, fear and anxiety, depression, health, wisdom, humility, and then I just write them here, mark on here what pages they are, but I want to add the subheadings on these pages somewhere as well, because sometimes it changes purposes on the same page. And so I am going to continue to use this. It's been really a blessing. The ones that I've been writing down here lately have been repentance, and then I just switched over today to gratitude, which is what I need to change that last category to be. And since this is a pink and green traveler's notebook, I'm just marking all of the scriptures in pink and green. And these come in so handy when you get ready to pray and you're struggling with or asking God for something in particular that you just really need some wisdom on, and you can lift those particular scriptures up as part of your prayer. And this has just been invaluable. Then, I'm going to be finished with that one in just a few pages. So, yeah, probably no later than, maybe sooner than the end of the year. Yeah, I'm pretty positive. Probably in November, I'll be finished with that. And then I'll just continue on to the next insert, which is this one right here, to be writing those things down, continuing with those scriptures. Yeah. Okay, now this is a beautiful new Hobonichi style faux cover that I got from Amazon as well, and it is so gorgeous. This is all embroidered. Look how lovely that is. It feels fantastic. Now I am going to put probably a clear cover on cover, just like I did with another one I have that you'll see in a moment, just to protect it. But it is, I don't know, it feels so good. Yeah, so it's just really lovely. And it's got, now these are kind of over the top, but I still like them. I kind of have a avant-garde type of style too. So I think it's really, really pretty. And it's just gorgeous. I can't say enough things about this, but I really love it. And I've just got a pencil in here because this is what I do all of my artwork normally in for my Patreon members for the free printable that they get, and just, you know, sometimes I dabble with a little bit of different art things in here. And so I'll show you the most recent thing I did for them. That's all in colored pencil, and these are journaling cards. And then the one before, I'm working on this one still, but this was one I did for them. Showed this in a video before, and that was inspired from my trip to Iceland. And this one's in colored pencil. The other one was all in ink and markers and stuff like that. And that was the one for Christmas last year. So this is a Stalogy that I'm just going to continue to use for different art and fun, you know, experimentation. And I love it because just like Tomoe River paper, it takes everything really well. Watercolor, acrylic. The only thing it doesn't take well is alcohol markers, because, well, it shouldn't. You know, they're alcohol markers. So, but yeah, so I'm going to keep using this, and it's just a real fun joy for me to play in. And then this one is a Faux Hobonichi cover that I already had, that I bought from Amazon in 2021. And it's very, very beautiful as well. I shared this in a haul. It has almond blossom tree, and it feels really great as well. And I am using it for my made-up dictionary because I speak Spanish and I had gotten away from it for a while. I'm getting back into it. And so it has the same design as the other one, and I didn't really show you that with the pockets and stuff on this one, but it's just like a typical Hobonichi. You know, it's got the pocket right in there, and then it's got the pocket that your book slides into, and then the double pockets back here, and the 2 pin loops. And so this one does as well. Yeah, and I'm just going to keep this. This is where I write down new words as I learn them, and phrases and verbs and so forth, and practice. And yeah. And I'm also still going to be using my Traveler's Notebook Bible Bullet Journal, but I'm not going to flip through any of that this time because I'm going to be doing an updated video on this. This is where I record my sermon notes and reflect on those scriptures, and I really journal and decorate it with it. But I'm going to be doing a video on that here soon, so I'll tell you guys about that when it comes up. Well, before we close today, I want to let you guys know that I am on Instagram at Organized Planner Chic, where I post all of my creative ventures and adventures. I also have 2 Facebook groups. The one for anyone around the world is called Organized Planner Chic Crew, and the local one is called Phoenix Planner Friends for Christ. Well, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and comment and share. It really helps my channel a lot, and it tells the YouTube algorithm to recommend my videos. You guys, please take care of your physical, spiritual, and mental health. They are all important, and when one area suffers, they all suffer. You guys, please continue to pray for me, and I will continue to pray for you. And until next time, happy planning.